Spectacular.
Shit. Well, I can see you kick it off. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whenever this episode finds you. This is the Was It Good Though podcast, but this is our side quest reviews. This is the section of the podcast where we jump into a TV show that's currently out. We just give you our thoughts and our feelings on what's going on that show. And this week we got episode 5, season 2 of Cross. A lot is going on over in the Cross universe, but not more than what's going on in the Threads universe. Clearly. But not only in the Threads, what's going on in the sheets. Jazz, how are you feeling about this interracial love that we have had going on in season 2?
So I was not in much of an uproar like the folks on Threads were after the first 4 episodes. But now with us getting episode 5, now I'm just like, all right, I'm ready for us to nip this in the butt, especially being at where Elle is. She taking care of the kids, and I'm just she's the stepmother that's stepping up, even though she's not with him anymore. And then he's over here working a case with Kayla, and it's just, I if it was like a little fling, cool, bam. But I'm like, what is this? What y'all gonna grow into something? It's about to be love. Like, what is happening, or is it just proximity?
This is definitely a in proximity relationship. I don't think it's going to go beyond the proximity that they are in. And I'm not gonna say for you, but word on the curb is work wives are great. I hear about I hear about work relationships often, work husband, work wives. And as long as you don't have nobody at the house, I think it's fair game. You know what I'm saying? His girl done cut him off. She out here kicking it with Trevor, who's 17 again. She's feeling young, spruced up. I will say, though, when she walked in the house, I was like, damn, I understand, Cross. I get it.
You just now getting it in season 2?
No. I've been got it, but I really got it. I had to. It's one of them. You know, sometimes you gotta. You gotta. Jess, I'm sure you've posted a picture on the Instagram. It's like, let me remind these niggas what I look like from the side. A whole side profile. Ain't no.
You gotta relax. All right, this is not a scenario. This is Jason talking real life. You directing this as something right now. That's crazy.
There's no face. It's just a side. Be like, okay, I get it. I do miss her. Like, I understand that.
Yo,
I missed her.
I got a text from somebody I ain't heard from in over a year and a half. I'm just like, yo, who is this? That's crazy. Nah, I don't even know if he was asking a question.
Well, I guess okay. So within this season, well, not this season, but within episode 5, we do have Elle, and Elle has a new conflict. We knew it eventually would have to happen. Cross wants her out of his life because he's like, shit, if I can't be with you, you can't be with the family. But as you said, Jazz, she posed it the proper way, brother. You not here. I'm here for the family. Nobody else can help them except me. I'm the one that's assisting them because of your absences, which he's not just out running and being just kicking it. He is out there trying to solve a case. But Elle is stepping up, and him, unfortunately, baby girl has found out that Elle is seeing another man. How did you feel about this conflict within the story, Jazz?
I thought this story was this section of the episode was very raw because you saw them together, and she's of course like being that good protective mother figure of like, this is how you plan your stuff out to be organized. Let me show you what I have. And then sis, as intelligent as she is like, well, let me see what Elle is doing this Friday night. Who's Jamal? That ain't my daddy name. You said you love us. But Elle was honest with her, and she was just like, maybe this is somebody that I'll see myself with. And, she Baby Girl wasn't able to handle it, which I feel like her reaction was definitely warranted. Of course, she's going to have that hope that Elle and her father will get back together and they can be like the family that they were before. Elle was just like, yeah, that ain't gonna happen, sis. And I kind of wish she wasn't so heavy handed with it. It's like, throw a little hope of lie out there. Like, who knows what could happen? Would that have been wrong for her to do that?
I'm gonna keep it a buck, Jazz. Based on the last episode when we discussed it, we did talk about families keeping those honest truths from us and allowing us to handle what the truth would have been, as opposed to them telling us a lie. So I think it was the best thing. However, she now has to deal with what those ramifications come from keeping it real, because she's been keeping it real with Janine, and her and Janine have been kicking it, but now Janine like, hold up, you cheating on my daddy? Not my daddy.
They not together no more, so it's not cheating. I mean, but she's a child.
But it's not. But that's not even. But is that really a complicated thing? Because she look at it as if this is boyfriend, girlfriend. She don't look at it like that's just a friend of the family. Had she been just a friend of the family, it may have gone a different way. But the last time I seen, she reading through this, and clearly she understands relationships because she has a boy that she's into herself, and so she look at it like she looking at the whole. I knew when she opened that planner up, I'm like, oh, this is fit to be some bullshit when she opened this up. Who the fuck writes dates down? I mean, I'm not the planner guy, but I mean, I guess if you got, you want to make sure.
I write my stuff down. It's just something that I like about. I don't write like my planning stuff down, but I do when I budget out things. I love writing it down because that lets me know like, okay, just to see it instead of having it in my phone. So I think it's just like a preference thing. But sometimes I definitely like writing stuff down. I wasn't exactly sure where that scene was going to go. I thought it was just a wholesome scene of us seeing how important Elle was in the kid's life, and then it said, "Gotcha, bitch." Actually, it's not.
I had an inkling. I mean, I say I knew, but I did have an inkling that's where it was going. She told her, you control the planner; it doesn't control you. And then, she wrote in there she had the date coming up, and she kept it a buck. She kept it 100. And I feel like that's just been like the reoccurring theme throughout the season of them. So at some point when the Cross and Kayla stuff come out, he may end up having to tell her that there was some backslide that he had going on with her.
I'm just curious as to where that storyline is gonna go.
Which one?
Like the one with Elle. Like I'm curious like where her character is going to go after this season.
I'm gonna ask you. How would you like it to go?
I want her and Cross to get back together.
Could there not be a future woman that you could see him with, or is it just she's just too indoctrinated into the family now, where it's like I feel like you should try to give that another go. And I mean, of course it's Elle having to do that, and if you don't feel like you can, hold on, wait. Something else happened in the episode where it was like, oh shit, Janine went, she flipped it back on her. She was like, do you think that they need another chance because they messed up? And she was like, mistakes aren't the end all be all. Yeah, sometimes you can't forgive people. And I feel like that's where that conversation came from. So that may be where that can begin to happen for them, where they can actually fix it. Just, him lying.
Yeah, that Kayla and Cross, nah. I'm good on that. Like, all right, y'all can wrap this up in episode 6 for real. But I mean, now the Cross see that Bobby Trey is out and he didn't know nothing about it. Because I'm just sitting here waiting for her to fail in his eyes. And I don't know, that might make me sound like a hater. Because I was just
Cross eyes?
Kayla, yeah. Like, because the video, I was like, oh hell yeah, Cross gonna see that. He gonna be like, nah, sis, I can't do this. But it was a deep fake.
I was interested in seeing how that would go. with the story. Yeah.
Bobby rolled up on her like, let me show you something. He was real blunt with it too.
He was gonna. I felt like he was gonna take her out. Like
He
he
should
wanted
have
to be
just
a.
did that anyway.
For what?
I don't trust Kayla.
She ain't did nothing crazy. What for? What? I mean, if you just say because she's a white lady, I understand.
Well, no, it's not that, but that's in there. But well, so I understand why she had dirt on her boss. I understand that. That's smart, but still, it's just something. I just don't trust her. I don't know what it is. And now my trust, I didn't. It's not like I didn't trust her last season. I didn't think about her that I needed to trust her, but now I'm like, she fucking crossed like too much. And now I'm like, I might be a hater. I kind of just want them.
I see. That has to
That
be
might
it.
be what it is. Yeah.
That has been the consensus of the
Yeah.
world
Oh,
because
people are upset.
they feel as if this show
It's
has been
whitewashed.
whitewashed, but I don't believe that it has been whitewashed. Do you?
No, I don't think that at all.
Yeah,
Now, when it was like the first season was black and this one is people of color, now that I won't really debate that much because it's not really showing our culture, it's showing another culture, which I do not have a problem with. I honestly feel like how the storyline is going makes sense. I mean, it's black kids ain't getting like snatched up and working in facilities.
yeah.
So that kind of wouldn't have made any kind of sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I don't, but I mean, but I feel as if you want to make the character expand though. And I think that's a great way to do it by allowing him to move outside of DC and he's going to figure out worldly things. But that allows the character to grow as well in that process. And I feel as if we get so tethered to our black heroes, the black people that our protagonists that we have on TV. We want to see them do one thing, but we have to remember we should be able to do all things or multiple things, because in all situations, he's still a black man. He still carries himself as a black man. He still handles everything as a black man. He's still just as cool as he was in season one, in my personal opinion. Him sitting talking with to John about how they were going to handle what they did next. I felt like shit. This just solidifying exactly what's been going. Like what I felt in that is he's just regular niggas. He was like, "Not for the press, this nigga. He got me fucked up. He keep on lying. I'm finna put that fire to his ass." And I was like, "Oh, hey," I said, "Yeah." I said, "Niggas out here mad."
I just, or they, yeah. It's always something. It's always something. You always gonna have people that's gonna complain that you're not gonna be able to make everybody happy. Just got to tell your story how you see it, and you're gonna have people that's gonna rock with it. You're gonna have people that's not. So, I mean, yes.
And then I seen people saying that Cross wasn't as smart this season, as if he's behind that ball on everything. He's late to everything, and I'm like, I said he typically waits, allows things to process, and then he goes based on what he's seeing. He never, and even if he feels you lying on it, he never calls you out on it until something shows him otherwise. And then once he can say, "Hey, I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling this."
He was in Stu's ass in this episode. Listen, he was on him. Not that smart. Like what?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of things. I'm typically don't even deep dive comments like that. But when they started saying this whitewash, I'm like, wait, what? Let me see what the people are saying. And then it was just like they've made his character digress this season. Or he's regressed compared to how he was in season one. And
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, but also he's working a case with somebody who's been lying to them and disclosing information. So now they have to use that. They are limited on FBI resources because Kayla can't get none of it because she got to go ahead and fix this other situation she got going on that Cross don't know nothing about. And they're dealing with people that were doing things in so many different areas. Like I just on somebody's private island, and these is rich people. and like major figures. So I'm sure authorities or their bodyguards are not going to be as forthcoming with information and details. So I okay. Let
Yeah.
me all them people that saying Cross ain't that smart this season. When the last time y'all niggas won a game of Clue or Monopoly? Like when you won a spades game with your intelligence. I'm just stop. All right. Okay.
It felt like you had a question that you was about to ask, and I
I don't
stopped you
even
real
know where
bad.
I was going with it because I'm just gonna
We
nitpicking.
finally you can say something.
Nah, I was just gonna say people just nitpicking.
We finally get our first interaction, well, real interaction between Cross and Loose. They finally figure out who this mystery woman is, which they already knew who she was, but they didn't know who she was.
I like that scene when they was like all working together. I'm like, why cops can't work? We can see all of them work together and throw out suggestions like it might be this name or it might be that. You got two John was like, that name sounds familiar to where you see them working together. They just want to cross and figure all that shit out by itself. Like, come on, y'all. Like,
And
let
then I
that
said,
man.
do you have a question with them not calling him Doctor
Who?
Cross? Because he does have a PhD, so technically he does have a doctorate in psychology.
I'm
So
with a
people are,
last name like Cross. I'm calling him Cross, or it might be like Doctor Cross. But I'm
that's what I'm saying.
no.
So people are upset that they're not saying Doctor Cross.
God, that is what y'all. I'm sorry, Cross just rolls off the tongue so smooth, and the energy that he puts out. Like if he was walking around in a business suit, all professional, then I could understand labeling him Dr. Cross. But like Alex is in the mud, like he is in there going hard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like he's collecting bodies, he's in shootouts, he's sweating, looking luscious. I'm not calling him doctor, I'm calling him Cross. Met Crossy, if it's anything like that. Like I'm just
This nigga
what?
say I'm at Crossy. What the hell?
Nitpicking like crazy stuff. But what did you I got a question for you. Like, what did you think about Luce? Because we saw her in the opening scene, the aftermath of losing the love of her life. She get tatted. I get it.
Love life after 3 days. I feel you.
But like it's just like, oh, is there such thing as what? Love after the first
Love
fuck?
at first sight, or I
No.
mean, love after love after first fuck.
And then they was raw, so it was only like one raw. So like she was just in love, and her face was on his chest.
Yeah,
Luce was down bad this fucking episode. She needed Usher's "You Got It Bad" playing every time she walked into a room.
I'm just hoping she don't got an Annie situation.
Oh God, no! I swear,
Check out our Paradise episode. It's out now too.
oh God. I was like, I hope not. I was scared for her, and I'm just like, would y'all niggas record at the same time because everybody got a crazy white woman in their show. But yeah, what'd you think about Luce in this episode?
um, I appreciate it. I mean, like I said, I've been championing her for the longest. I appreciate what she brings to the to the role, to the character. I will say this is one of the times where I feel like don't you feel like we should trust what Kayla is saying about her as far as her playing Alex, and she gave him the tears and told him she got his back and she's going to turn herself in. Um,
She was right about that. I didn't want to say that earlier though, because I was like trying to push her in the mud, but I was just like, nah, she was smart. She called that out right. But
mhm.
Alex didn't want to hear it until his ass was flipped over in the car. He's probably like, damn it, Kayla was right. But she made sure he had backup.
She did.
God, I can't stand this woman.
She ain't did nothing, Jazz. It's just you know me.
I want her to do something. I
You
want
know
her.
you
I'm
do
rooting for
you
her to
do.
do some snake shit. That's what it is.
I'm also with the interracial dating. Like it feels very heavy handed, especially when it's a TV show they want more people to get eyes on. It's like that's what they have. They feel like as if that's what they have to do. But yes, I do. I would prefer him with the black woman, but I don't hate it like that. I definitely want something else, but I don't
I
hate it like
guess
that.
if Cross wasn't a 10 out of 10, then I wouldn't be mad. If she was fucking a 5,
But
hell
Jazz,
nah.
but
Go ahead,
Jazz, we got
sis.
it. It needs to be consistent. That's the. It can't. We can't be selective about which niggas can fuck white women and which
So,
ones can't.
so I hear you, but I don't want to hear that.
Oh, but what's this?
That's like, is it an insult if somebody say you look like you fuck white women?
In my opinion, yes.
Out of 10, how much of an insult is it?
That's like a 13. Don't I do not want to look like I fuck white women because I don't. Like what? That is not something I want on my jacket.
And I get that because if somebody was like, Jazz, you like you fuck white boys, I would take that offensive. I would think that's a slur.
It is.
Especially with the stigma that black girls that fuck white boys look like. They edges is all shit fuck up and everything. Like
What if they say you like you date somebody with Tourette's? What would you look like then?
all right. So but loose. So she lost the love of her life and she got her a tattoo. She took her a bath. She channeled her Alicent from House of the Dragons. And so what is her homeboy's name? Is it Danny?
It's
Her
Donnie.
Donnie. Okay, so Donnie had to get her back on track. Shout outs to having close friends and associates like that because Luce was just on some. He shouldn't have died, all this other stuff. Donnie said, let me go show you some real shit real quick. And we learned how he got the burns on his arms.
So was he?
He went to go.
Was he working in there? He's the one that burnt it up.
He burnt it up, and then he heard the kids screaming.
Lucia shoot him.
So wait. No, Donnie, that shit killed Donnie. It's still living with Donnie. Now, Lucia's not just. It was an accident. It was a mistake. He didn't want to do it. He wouldn't have done it if he knew they was there. That would be crazy if she put the bullet on him. No, it's just like
it wouldn't
so
be.
13
I'd be like,
kids.
so nigga, wow, you did what now? That nigga said he could smell they. He could still smell. You should be able to smell their bodies. Nigga, look at what you did.
He thought he was doing something good because they were poisoning the water. It was one of them situations where you got to leave with something because everybody gonna die. All right, because it was either the people drinking the water. I guess if he knew it was kids in there, he would have got them out of there.
Well, he should have just waited till it was closed and then burnt it down.
No, it was closed. The thing is, they were sleeping in there.
Ah, they was just in there. Okay.
They was sleeping and working in there. They was 24-hour workers.
Mm.
So
yeah,
he locked it up and he burnt it. But I guess if you trying to burn down a warehouse, you're not gonna go knock to see if anybody in there.
I mean, in my mind, if I'm a killer, like if I'm just a killer, probably not. But like if I'm a thoughtful killer, yeah, I'm gonna just make sure, because obviously he didn't know that they were using immigrant workers. Because I guess if he did, he would have kind of looked at child labor, like because everything he does now, he kind of goes into it before he makes any kind of crazy moves or anything.
Yeah, he's very cautious.
So, and maybe, I guess maybe the one accident is the bad miracle, I guess.
It definitely built character. It definitely built character. So it made him who he was that day. Sometimes you only need one time to put your hands on the stove to know that bitch hot.
Jazz. There's a difference between putting your hands on the stove and burning down grandma's house because you put something on the stove.
This Ahmad didn't burn the full house down, just the kitchen.
I know this.
He was trying to kill it. Oh,
Donnie, as you said, about put your hand on the stove. No, he didn't put his hand on the stove. He burnt the house down. That's a little bit different. Just a little bit.
That story was sad though. Luce just sitting there. Luce, she got her head together.
Yeah.
It had to happen.
Her auntie, like, you got that for him? He would have loved that. Man, if you do not leave me.
She said, think of him as a martyr. She's sitting there crying. Imagine you lost the love of your life and somebody is just like, just think of him as a martyr for real.
But Lucy also pulled up on the scent. Of course she does. I guess it's a double cross. Huh. To a cross because she set him up to get set up by Donnie, but in the process, she was going to go see the Cinderver, which is Josh from Drake and Josh. What do you think about this scene when they get a um or we get the background of what his mother was doing for the Crestbook Farms?
Can you imagine somebody busting up in your house and they get a picture and they slice it open and it's a picture in there that's your like blackmail? He didn't know what was going on. He thought he was about to get him some. And then she does that. So, ooh, I was curious about that scene because I was just like, Luce, what you doing over here? But
She was supposed to be turning herself in, but she really was keeping on. She was on that mission. That mission, nothing to come before the mission.
but that's what Kayla said. Kayla was just like, you're not gonna have somebody that's deep into this and they just give up and give you tears after a conversation. But see, Alex got arrogant. He said, I talked her down.
Mm.
She basically I feel like she gave him those tears, them sad little ass tears, but then also kind of like, do you think she kind of massaged his ego a little bit?
To a certain extent, yes. I do feel what she was saying was sincere, but her next plan of action was not. Because she was, like she said, people like this, they get away with stuff all the time. They gotta do is pay it off. Like this, people with money can get past it, so it's gonna have to be another way in handling it. I do like when Cross was checking her though. Like I was like, oh yeah, you talking your shit, bro. But you better hope this motherfucker listens, or in whatever happens next is gonna have to be up to you. Because he was like, whatever your plan was, when we came to their door, it ended at that point. Because now we on the job, and whatever information you have, just pass it to us, and we'll make sure we get everything taken care of.
If you was loose, would you have even trusted him?
No, why would I? He a cop.
Right. Oh, she bitched him in that moment too. She
Yeah.
bitched him in that moment. I was just like, girl. He had to bring out his wife. Well, mom, I'm angry too. Like she was just, I forgot the exact quote that she said to him, but essentially it was, you are working for a system.
The badge in your pocket makes you an errand boy for the landowners.
I probably would have smacked her in her mouth in that moment if I was Cross.
What?
And I would have said I had an out of body experience because how you gonna call me an errand boy? Like,
She basically she called him a slave without saying it.
That's what look. The tick would have got smack in the mouth right there, and I'd be like, "My bad, y'all. My bad. My bad." It was the whiskey, but yeah, no, that was.
And he asked her, "How many more Lincolns are you willing to sacrifice?" She was like, "Shit, as many as I gotta make sure this mission is fulfilled." Shit.
She launched that shit hurt her chest. That shit hurt her in her chest when he brought up old dude. She started crying.
I think that's why she well, not that I don't think that she was gonna do that anyway, but I definitely think she was like, yeah, nah, fuck this. You gotta get this nigga up out of here. He know too much at this point.
Yeah. But what do you think about how the interaction with Kayla and her boss?
So he told her no FBI presence. I think he just told her based on that situation. I think she can use FBI for the case with Luce, but there was no more FBI for that investigation, the stuff they're trying to keep from getting up to the higher ups. So I don't know, because what else are they supposed to do in that in order to figure out what's going on, who's doing XYZ, if they don't have the people, and then clearly they're watching her. Yeah. From another side and watching everything that she's doing, so they kind of like they covering up the tracks as she try to do it. So it's almost like they got her hands held where she can't do anything. So she got to do whatever she got to do in there. So I think the boss overplayed his hand in that, and now he has to play by her rules.
When he said, "If I got to choose between you and me, I'm choosing me," I wouldn't have even said all of that. Like if I know I got if I have a sketchy past where I done some dirt, and that dirt could possibly be somewhere, I'm gonna move in a humble space, regardless if it's somebody that's working below me or anything like that. Because the moment they pull that card, I'm gonna be sitting there with my hands out like, oh shit. All right, so let me go ahead and eat crow real quick.
Can't
But
believe this motherfucker here. I
I
can't
know he
believe
said,
her.
damn. All right, so what you need? He sent old dude over there immediately.
ASAP. And he figured it out quick too. Well, he got the
Who was the girl that who was the
I don't
woman?
I don't think we've met her yet. We couldn't
Okay.
have, I don't think we could have met her just yet. So
Because she said her name like we were supposed to be familiar, but then again, we're not supposed to exist. So she said it like, I know this bitch. This is
mhm.
Brenda from the party. So that's how she said it. Like she definitely knows who that is.
Yeah. So yeah. Um
But
that's that. But did you have anything else within this episode you wanted to touch on or talk about?
nah, I'm curious to see Cross's reaction now that he knows that Bobby Trey is
Yeah.
alive or
Yeah.
out. And then also, too, John is on tracking his mother's, I guess, the person that actually committed the crime. How are you feeling about that storyline? Because I'm like, okay.
I mean, for so that's more of a that's giving John a little side quest his own. So I don't hate it, and it allows us to also see that excuse me, he's competent. He's a competent detective himself, and he can solve cases too. That's what I felt like he was going to do, but also it helps him. Um, what is it? Exonerate his mom from something that she possibly didn't do because I said there was somebody else in the house that seems to have been shot, but they missing. So it's gonna be interesting to see what comes from it. So I'm with it, and like I said, I feel like he'll probably figure out his, and it may be something bigger to his story, or that'll allow him to jump back in it with Cross to help him figure out that the biggest case in the season. So I'm with it. I'm with it. It allows us to allow Cross to figure out his own shit. Allows Tujon to figure out his own shit, but that also gives them enough space to finally have the conversation that they haven't had, if they're
Mm-hmm.
going to have it. Because I mean, I feel like they're going to have one just based on not the chemistry, but based on how they interact with each other. Right now, I think they are. I'm gonna say they're not putting it to the side, but putting it to the side for the betterment of the job as of
Yeah.
right now. So
I'm curious if Two John is going to catch on that Cross and Kayla are sleeping with each other.
like I said, I still feel like he knows, but I don't think that's important enough to bring up right now.
Right.
Where it's like, yeah, let's talk about, man, it is what it is. I got to get my mom out. You trying to figure out who killing all these important these figureheads out here. So yeah.
Oh, the scene between Matthew Leonard's character and Aldous Hodge.
Hmm.
So he first, I'm gonna go ahead and give Stu his kudos because in this scene, I was just like, please choke him out. Find the closest TV, slam him in the head with it, please, Cross, because he was talking to Cross crazy, and also as somebody is just this rich CEO thinking he can talk to you how any kind of way he wants to. And when Cross even asked him about the warehouse that had the kids working in there, he's just like, look, man, I ain't know nothing about it. You supposed to be trying to figure out who's trying to kill me. Don't worry about any of that stuff over there. And it's just, oof. And then when he was over here fake crying on TV and the audience was just sucking that shit up, I'm over here like, get him out of here.
Yeah, he was giving them acting chops. I've been seeing with everything that's been going on. He's back in the news media. Nothing crazy. He has a little movie out, but just seeing him talk about he wouldn't 30 years ago he couldn't see himself today in what he's doing and how he's acting, and just seeing him have this resurgence has been dope to see.
Yeah.
And I enjoy seeing him in his role because him just being an asshole douche rich guy. Well, he just because he was talking shit. He was talking like bitching at Cross, and I feel like they should allow Cross to get at his ass a little bit more because that white chick. There was I'm like, bitch. First off, you back up. Get the fuck out of my face. I'm not
Yeah.
talking to you. I'm talking
Pop her in the
directly to
mouth
this.
too.
I'm talking directly to this lying ass nigga that clearly is doing some shit that he understands and he knows is wrong. So yeah.
He like, don't worry about all that that child labor. Look, I'm trying to feed the world. Hey, sir. What?
They sent over them people. I don't know nothing about that. What you mean you don't know nothing about that? You may wanna like
Right. Yeah. But I've been having like the topic that this season is focusing on has definitely been very heavy. But I've been enjoying it so far. I mean, it has this the vanilla and chocolate ice cream. I'm good on that. Let's get back to the double chocolate. But it's been action. I'm just like, okay. But I'm curious to see where they're going to go with some of these storylines. And it's still early. I think this season has 8 episodes. Yeah, so we got 3 more.
Yeah. We got 3 more. We got 3 more to get to the end.
Next week's got to be lit. Like it's I feel like next week's got to be lit. Something big got to happen.
Yeah. We should be coming to the head. If not 6, I know for sure 7 will be there. But yeah, I'm ready for a revelation, some kind of twist that we didn't know or something like that happening. Or maybe there's another death that we just didn't expect to happen that Luce, figures out or goes and get taken care of. So yeah, everything is set now.
Do you think she'll survive the season?
Man, I can't see it, but if not her, at least I know Donnie won't.
Oh yeah, I thought Donnie was dead in this episode.
Yeah, but now I don't think he go too early. I think he's gonna be around for just a little while longer. Hell, I ain't know. This first time Bobby looked small.
Oh, he was throwing Bobby around like a rag doll. I said, Bobby, no, put him down. Stop. I wish it was me. I was just like, Bobby, like he was beating Bobby ass up. Soon as you said last week, every scene, Bobby bigger than the other person, and then it's like, not episode 5.
Yeah,
Donnie was throwing him around.
They put him with a real killer. So yeah, and I mean, but he got the best of him in there. But I mean, I guess he got shot. But Donnie got shot, right?
Yeah.
I think he finally shot him when he was going to take out Cross.
Cross over there hanging. I'm just like, is you gonna do something?
What can he do? He's stuck in the car.
I don't care. I'm like, do something. Like, reach further. Like,
that nigga, man, he was discombobulated. He was trying to figure it out. He concussed. He should have maybe tried to unbuckle the seatbelt, possibly. I don't, he couldn't reach the knife. That's what I was saying.
He could. The knife and the gun was just so far. He just like, oh no.
So close, but yet so far.
A fine little tiptoe helped him out. That's what's up.
God, that man, the tiptoe. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
But
yeah, man. Do you have anything else?
Not for this episode, no. Gotcha. I think episode 6 is gonna get live.
I got 7. So you got 6, okay. I got 7. 6, 7. All right, but but yes, again, this is our side quest, Cross season 2, episode 5. You can also check out our first episode, which is episode 1 through 4 of Cross. We also have Paradise episodes 1 through 3. You can also check out. So please hit the like button, hit subscribe, share it with your friends, let the people know what we got going on. But again, this is the What's It Good Though podcast about movies, TV shows, and side quests. I am one of your hosts. I am Jason.
I am Jazz.
And until next week, deuces.
Cheers. Cross that street.